Honourable members, the ayes are 21, the noes are 98. The amendment is not agreed to. The question now is that Clause 5 stand part. No, this is a vote. The question now is that Clause 5 stand part. All those in favour, please say aye. Aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. Now the member can have a call. Not yet. I haven't called it. It's not a race. Honourable members, the question is that Clause 6 stand part.
Mr Chair.
I call the Honourable Member Jackie Dean.
Thank you, Mr Chair. This part of the bill which vests those parcels of land in fee simple is the part which probably matters the most to the folk that are in the parcel of land in Waimaru and the folk who are in the parcel of land in the Palmerston Showgrounds, and it matters a lot to them that this bill passes through this House because they have bought property or they are in property which a council and they mistakenly thought title was able to be transferred. It was determined that it was not, and so this bill is correcting those mistakes made by council. The impact of that will be positive for those two families living in those two homes, and so this is quite a critical part of this bill for those people. Also, of course, this part relates to, or this clause I should say, relates to Forester Heights, and again it will correct an historical mistake whereby the land was wrongly designated as a reserve. It never was a reserve. It was a mistake. It was correctly gazetted back in 1890, I forget the year now, but in the late 1900s as endowed in aid of borough funds. So in effect it was endowed in the predecessor for the Waitaki District Council effectively as a land bank. The current council of the day wish to have that designation corrected so they can do whatever with that piece of land. Whatever they do is up to them, and so it should be. Thank you, Mr Chair.
Right, the question is that Clause 6 stand part. All those in favour, please say aye. Aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. The question now is that Clause 7 stand part. But can I just like to advise the Honourable Member Eugenie Sage that the amendment to delete Clause 7 and the cross-heading above Clause 7, which is set out on your SOP number 150, is out of order as being a direct negative of the question. Okay, so therefore the proper course of action for the member is to vote against the clause standing part. Okay, the question is that Clause 7 stand part. All those in favour, please say aye. Aye. The contrary, no. Party vote call for it. The clerk will please conduct a party vote. Thank you.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
34 in favour.
Green Party.
13 votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
7 votes opposed.
Māori Party.
3 votes in favour.
Mana.
1 vote opposed.
Act New Zealand.
1 vote in favour.
United Future.
1 in favour.
Brendan Horan.
Excuse me. Honourable members, the ayes are 98, the noes are 21. Excuse me. Clause 7 will stand part. The next vote we have is on the schedules, and the amendment of Ms Sage's is also out of order as it's inconsistent. So the question is that the schedule stand part. All those in favour, please say aye. Aye. The contrary, no. The ayes have it. Party vote has been called for. The clerk will please conduct a party vote for the schedule. Thank you.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
34 votes in favour.
Green Party.
13 votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
7 votes in favour.
Māori Party.
3 votes in favour.
Mana.
1 vote opposed.
Act New Zealand.
1 in favour.
United Future.
1 in favour.
Brendan Horan.
Is it 105? Yeah, it is. 105, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Honourable members, the ayes are 105, the noes are 14, so the schedule will stand part. I will report this bill without amendment.
The House is resumed. Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Speaker, the committee has considered the Waitaki District Council Reserves and Other Land Empowering Bill and reports it without amendment. Mr. Speaker, I move that the report be adopted.
The question is that the report be adopted. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. The bill is set down for further consideration. The bill is set down for third reading next sitting day. Call on